Heroes of the Flame. A dying ember flickers in a sea of smoldering ash. A vast, broken skyline. Towering buildings crumble into the nothingness of fire and smoke. Explosions echo in the distance, their flames illuminating the toxic clouds above, turning the sky an eerie shade of crimson. A tidal wave of destruction surges forward, consuming everything in its path. When the world fell into darkness, when hope flickered like a fading candle, who would rise to ignite the flame? Devastation to reveal silhouettes, figures barely visible, standing proud against the chaotic backdrop. The intensity builds. This is not just a story about survival. It is a story about heroes. Destruction engulfing the planet. Fires rage uncontrolled, consuming entire cities as shadowy monsters, products of supernatural chaos, roam free. Desperation seeps into the hearts of survivors as an unyielding darkness spreads across the lands. Hope is but a memory, lost in the abyss. Amid this turmoil, whispers of defiance emerge, not from ordinary men and women, but from beings destined to rewrite the very fabric of fate, our heroes. When the ashes of despair cloud the skies, when the chains of evil threaten to suffocate the innocent, heroes are forged, not chosen by fate, but by the choices they make. In the silence, a single flame ignites. Out of the blaze, the first hero steps forth. The ground beneath quakes, splitting apart to reveal a core of molten fire. Emerging from the inferno is Ember Wing, her silhouette blazing as embers dance around her form. She's clad in crimson, her metallic armor glowing faintly with the heat of her powers. Her piercing gaze cuts through as flames pulse in her hands like living creatures. Her backstory plays through flashes and sequences. A lone survivor of an attack that destroyed her village. She rebuilt herself among the flames, harnessing their fury and energy, while vowing to fight back against destruction itself. Though fire consumed everything I loved, it gave me something in return, the strength to fight. She takes to battle, igniting walls of flames to shield civilians, while unleashing firestorms against monstrous creatures born of the abyss. Against the destruction, her fiery essence stands as a beacon of hope. "I am Ember Wing," she says, her flames casting her figure in a heroic glow. "Through fire, we will rise again." A single golden beam piercing the void. From this radiant illumination emerges Luminal, his stoic expression shrouded in the glow of his power. Dressed in sleek, reflective attire that mirrors the light, his presence commands attention. Luminal's light is not just power. It's a language, a weapon, and a shield all at once. A powerful flashback sequence unfolds. A once ordinary man, a tactician and thinker, forced to watch his city disappear into darkness. His discovery of his ability to mold light out of tragedy. A discovery made too late to save his world, but just in time to prevent complete annihilation. "You can't destroy the darkness," Luminal reflects softly, standing in the void. "But you can weaken it, blind it, and take away its power to spread." Luminal's light pierces through monsters hidden in the shadows, exposing the enemy and rendering it vulnerable. Every burst of brilliance radiates resilience and hope. He whispers with determination, "As long as there is even the faintest spark left in the world, I will ensure it survives." Mist curls across the battlefield as time slows. A cloak of swirling vapor reveals Veilblade, her slender figure shrouded in mystery. Her armor seems to fade into the fog, blades gleaming in her grasp as piercing silver eyes emerge from the haze. Veilblade's past is as shadowy as the mists she controls. A montage shows flashes of her, a guardian of a forgotten realm, wielding mist as both her shield and her weapon. Her life dedicated to protection, she became the silent savior of the weak, though often misunderstood. Her power feared rather than revered. "Not all heroes seek glory," Veilblade says, her voice even and calm. "Some walk unseen, unnoticed, but their resolve, like the mist, never wavers." In combat, her abilities truly shine. The mist she commands creates illusions, traps, and shields, confusing enemies while giving her allies the upper hand. She moves like a whisper on the wind, her blades striking with surgical precision. Her mystery compels, her presence inspires fear in enemies and trust in her allies. Veilblade vanishes into the swirling mists, Her final words echo, "In the unseen lies strength." The heroes' paths converge on what remains of a shattered city, their intentions initially unclear. Ember Wing surveys the destruction, her flames flickering uncontrollably as rage churns within her. Luminal's light cuts through the shadows as he steps forward, assessing the chaos with a calculated gaze. Veilblade emerges from the mist without a word, her blades glinting. "We can't face this alone," Luminal states firmly. Tensions flare. Ember Wing, driven by fire and ferocity, questions Luminal's calm approach. Veilblade speaks occasionally, her words mysterious, yet undeniably sharp. But the overwhelming destruction forces an uneasy alliance. United, our powers will not just save this world, Luminal declares passionately. They'll change it. The screen darkens as an ominous figure rises from the abyss. Swirling shadows take the form of a towering villain, the Asterisk Herald of Ruin Asterisk, a being of pure destruction. Their voice, deep and resonant, proclaims, "This world's end was inevitable. Chaos is not just fate, it is my design." The villain's immense power is showcased through a chilling display. Entire landscapes crumble with but a wave of their hand. The camera lingers on their glowing, otherworldly eyes as they sneer. "You may fight, but you are already too late." The heroes face their most challenging fight, yet as they charge into battle against the Herald's monstrous army, with each hero's abilities showcased in vivid detail. Ember Wing vaults into the fray, unleashing a cascade of fire that consumes the darkness. Luminal strikes bursts of blinding light, expertly creating opportunities for counterattacks. Veilblade glides silently through the chaos, her movement precise and purposeful as the mist shields her allies. But the hero's power, despite its brilliance, falters against the sheer might of the enemy forces. The soundtrack swells dramatically as the heroes are forced to retreat, battered and bruised. Ember Wing, visibly shaken, questions her strength. "If fire couldn't protect my home then, how can it save the world now?" "We're not just fighting destruction," he reflects. "We're fighting the doubt within ourselves." Even the smallest spark can burn through the deepest fog. This moment of honesty and vulnerability unites the heroes in newfound camaraderie. They rise, resolute, prepared to finish the battle they began. The heroes return to face the Herald of Ruin in an awe-inspiring cinematic climax. The battlefield is a fiery wasteland, lit by glowing embers and waves of light. The villain's power shakes the earth as darkness spreads, seeking to consume all that remains. Ember Wing's fire burns with greater intensity, Luminal's light pierces deeper into the darkness, and Veilblade's mists envelop their foes, confusing and dismantling the enemy's defenses. As Veilblade steps forward into danger, knowing it may cost her life. "Some heroes don't live for the victory," she whispers, launching into a final devastating attack. She succeeds in weakening the Herald of Ruin, creating the opening needed for Luminal and Ember Wing to deliver the final blow. The heroes stand atop a massive destruction, a bittersweet victory. Veilblade's absence is felt deeply, though her sacrifice is honored in their resolve to rebuild. As sunlight breaks through the smoky clouds, their strength will never be forgotten. The Age of Heroes has just begun,